What it do, homies? We out here with a donation request. This time we are checking out a new band to me, the Pretty Wild, title called Sleepwalker. Now they told me that they weren't gonna spoil anything, that it was heavy, and I do like some heavy stuff to an extent. So let's see what we got going on. Time to shut up and turn it up. Wait a minute. See, you want to know something? I feel like the state of metal, right? And I might not be in a position to talk about this. I've reacted to a lot of metal on this channel, a lot. You know what I mean? And I've heard how it has changed over the years and everything. And you know what? It's almost as if you want to, remain competitive in this scene, that you almost, unless you're like black metal or like really, really heavy metal, which even then there's some changes there. But you got people that want to be very creative, whether that be introducing sound design, like synth designs, right? So, Linkin Park be doing that for the longest, not synth designs, and that's more alternative rock, but like heavy rock, almost close to metal. Yeah, genre bending, you know what I mean? Where you got the metal, kind of dip into hip hop a little bit, throw a little R&B stuff in there. Sometimes you even hear some dubstep drops. I've heard that before and everything. So I wasn't sure where this one was going to go, right? First off, we got two ladies here. I know they can hit the screens. I know they have the capability of doing guttles because I know who Tatiana is. She exists. So therefore, there's people that existed before Tatiana, but since she exists, therefore, everybody else can do it. So I was very surprised. And it looks like they both got the abilities to kind of give us those guttles. I was not, however, that switched to the hip hop. I wasn't ready for that one. So now that I've got that entry surprise out of the way, let's see what they're talking about here. So, when I think of like really heavy metal like this, growing up, didn't listen to, especially stuff this heavy, like the gutturals and everything. I barely listen to rock and metal. That type of stuff wasn't necessarily playing in the hood. It's something that I had to go and actually seek and everything, except for the stuff that was playing on like video games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or any of the SmackDown versus Raw games, which some of them 2007, SmackDown versus Raw 2007, greatest video game soundtrack ever. Argue with your mama. So, anything that was like super heavy, I'd have to get someone introduced to it somehow and then look for it, whatnot. I've come to learn that because of this channel, that female fronted ones, right, add a nice little flair to it. And I think the flair that they add is that they shown me that metal can have a more gentle side, right? Just the natural tone of a woman's voice when they sing gives it a different kind of feeling, right? I think it brought to the metal scene, besides the gentle, I think it brought just a different feeling. You know what I mean? And then especially if you get one that has the ability to compete with the gutturals of men, then it's just like, all right, what else can you want? Especially with all my men out there, right? And we have two, beautiful looking ladies right here. What else could you want, right? Sing well, right? Got gutturals like crazy. So, you aren't missing anything if you like that type of stuff in your music. And it sounds good, right? They got a nice little chorus right here. Come on. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm new to this. I've been reacting to stuff like this for like 5 years and whatnot. But, I'm a 35-year-old man. So I went 30 years not knowing that female fronted bands go this hard. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, I shouldn't say 30 years because, obviously 5 years old, I probably wouldn't listen to this. Let's say more like 20 years. Yeah. Guardian. Okay. All right. Man, go ahead and wrap it up, bro. Go ahead and just put the body bag in it. And now you telling me that y'all chop as well, bro. Y'all see what I just tell y'all, bro. I feel like this is what you got to do. You have to, right? To like stand up, to have something. They didn't hit me with, there's so many. But they got so much going for them right now, right? They sing, right? They got the gutturals. They know how to craft some good music. They got a nice, good chorus here. Sorry, so the songwriting's good. From what I can understand, the lyrics, not necessarily, writing amazing lyrics and everything, but it gets the point across. And now you're telling me that you could chop. And for those of you who don't know what chop is, that's basically fast rapping and everything. You could have obviously guessed that. But hold on, though. Are you actually saying something? I wonder if CC's gonna. CC probably can't keep up, bro. You done broke the machine. It already broke. Good stuff. I like that. Good stuff, man. The only thing that I kind of dislike about people who do fast rap, like first off, you already got my admiration, right? Because of the skill to chop. And the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of work that goes into being able to rap fast and remain clear. That second part right there, that's the hardest part, to remain clear without slobbering and stuttering over yourself. It is a difficult, I will call it an art form. It is an art form. You know what I mean? Second, actually be saying something of that makes sense, right? It don't have to be something I can sink my teeth in. It don't have to be philosophical, the greatest lyrics ever. You just got to be saying something. But I've noticed that sometimes people be throwing just random words up into there that got a lot of syllables. You know what I mean? Just to make things fit. But it's okay to change your flow whenever you rapping like really fast. Most people kind of just stay on the 16ths. But I heard her go. They just kind of slowed it down. I like that, and I feel like you slowed it down is because during that part it didn't need to be chopped, right? And we are songwriting here. It could be chopped-ish, but it didn't need to be chopped. So you didn't need to spit it that fast. You slowed it down a little bit. I like that. Right? These type of things that I listen to when people start chopping. The future is past. She could win, but the future past. You know what I mean? Just say the whole thing really fast, but the fact that she slowed down on enunciation, whatever the future is past, you know what I mean? It just flows. And I feel like that information is basic, for people who are good at their craft when it comes to writing. But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what's out there. I just need to break down. See this sound design right here.
Counting black sheep until my eyes bleed silent when I scream, can't stop from pulling out my own teeth. Counting black sheep till my eyes bleed silent when I'm talking.
Reaper ain't coming back. He out of there, bro. He's out of there. Bro, was you just doing combos? Did I just see you hit a Hurricane Rama on somebody? Y'all gymnasts too? Nah, I might have found the ultimate female band, bro. Female fronted rock band. I might have found it. I think I found it. That's crazy. It's all, God, dude, this is like one of these where you watch a video and you just like, bro, why are you like this? You have too many talents. Give me one. That attention that you paid attention to towards the end. Love that. So look, check this out. They're pretty wild, right? I do like this band, right? We'll see how this performs on the channel. Let's go see if we do more. I'll probably get about 3 days to look at this performance to see if I'll continue doing more on the channel. If not, then I'm probably just gonna, go on Apple Music and look for some more. No, you know what? I wonder if I would have felt, I think the visuals helped me with this, you know what I mean, for sure. So maybe I'll go listen to a song by the Pretty Wild without a video and see how I feel. You know what I mean? Because then the focus is mostly on the music and I'd be an idiot by the visuals to see how I truly feel. You know what I mean? But anyways, y'all, I'll check it out. If this does well, we'll do some more, all right? Dave's out.